I have a plan to save the world. I know that sounds really crazy, except how could that be possible? We're looking at now and the world looks crazy and it's going nuts. And how could you possibly say that? And that's just crazy. People can't say things like that. No one can save the world. I can. I can say it. I saved myself, so why can't I do it for others? Why can't I save the world? We are all born the same way in these bodies, and we just have consciousness. That's all that it is. And we use that consciousness to create the lives that we want to have and live the kind of lives that we want to experience. But we also are born with limitations and restrictions and biases and judgments and hatred and anger. Maybe not born with them, but they're in us. And so unless we remove that, we can't expect our lives to become any better or to see the world in a different way, because we're all creating it. We start to understand science, and we start to understand everything is created energetically, and we all have energy and we all have consciousness, and we direct consciousness and energy through our thoughts. Oh, and that's mindset and that's consciousness. And if we raise our consciousness, then we start to live a better life. And if more people raise their consciousness, then we start to have a better world. See, I told you I have a plan. And I know that it works because I've proven it. Because look at me, I'm here. I'm almost 73. I'm supposed to be dead several times. But I received all of this information beginning in 1988, and I wrote it down every single day. And what that did is it brought me to a higher state of awareness and consciousness. It had me heal so much of my body, the physical body, my mind-body connection. I did all of that through this work. Now, it was really crazy for me for the longest time because I didn't believe it either. I didn't tell anybody what I was doing for more than almost 20 years. I said, this doesn't make any sense. How could I be healing myself? How could I be creating businesses? That I didn't even know how to do and create? It's all mindset. Everything is mindset. But the difference is I created something that gets people to understand their unique divine plan, because we all have it. We just come into the world with all kinds of other ideas, and we're moving through an evolutionary time in our world, on our planet, that is incredibly frightening because we don't understand who we are, and we have not moved through the old stuff, the old limitations, all of the old biases, all the old stuff that we brought with us and that some people are still trying to hang on to. But what I can do is change myself. And that's what each of us can do, is to decide that we're going to up-level our consciousness and we're going to operate in a new way, because that's what we're doing. We're creating a new world. And then when we come into that ownership of who we are and feel powerful, then we have everything we want. We won't need to take anything from anyone else. We can give that information to others. They never need to starve or suffer or steal or do crime, because now they've figured out who they are. But we have to do that first ourselves. And that's the work that I've done. And I'm talking about this because I have opened up my program, 4 Weeks to Your Best Life, for a limited time, because I know that this program, first of all, is worth so much more. I've spent more money than you can possibly imagine developing everything that I've done and then living it for all of these years. And I'm not going to continue doing this. So I've opened it up for a limited time at an incredible rate just for the 4 weeks, but then you have an opportunity to continue on with the work. See, because I've created such a philosophy. It's called Your Life Operating Instructions, just so you know. And that says that every person has this value and worth and purpose within them, and all they have to do is move through the restrictions, the limitations, and those implants, basically, that have told them that they're not enough. And when we have more people doing that and living that and loving who they are, we need a lot more love in the world. And so when you can love yourself and understand your purpose, then you're going to change not only your life, but help change the world. So I do have a plan, and I know it can be done. And see, people who will say, that's crazy, you can't do that, those will be the people who are angry. Those be the people who still have a lot of judgment. Those will be the people who look at me and say, no, that's not possible, even though I'm showing you the results of it. Because we've been taught something else. We just have to change our consciousness. And the world is attempting to do that now. And I'm saying this because we're going to be moving through it for a while, a year or more, And as many people know, I am a mystic and a sage, and I downloaded all of this information. That's how I changed everything. So I know that it works because it worked for me. Now, I know everybody's not going to do it because most people, a lot of people, won't want to look at themselves. They won't want to discover their greatness. They won't want to do that because sometimes it's confronting, because you have to look at how you didn't believe in yourself. You have to look at the things that you did that felt like mistakes, then you're beating yourself up. That's all neuroscience, and so you're creating things that keep you stuck. I know this because I've done it. But because I've also healed it and moved through it, I know I can give it to everyone else. Now, I'm not going to live long enough to see the world completely change, but I will die knowing that I have done my part because I'm giving this work to so many others. And I know that it works because it's already worked. I've already had people who have done this and who have completely, drastically transformed their lives, and they're doing good things in the world. And I know that the more they do that, they'll give it to others. It'll become this ripple effect, as you've heard of. And that's the work that I have. And I'm telling you, that is my plan. And as I said in one video, I'm going to do it. No one can stop me because I know that it works. And I want to see a better world because I just love people so much. Check out the program because, again, I'm only leaving it open at this particular time for a few people because I can't take too many. But it's so much fun doing this. And the thing that will happen is that you're not going to even notice what's happening in the world as you think it might be falling apart. It's not. But if you come together, you will help it change and become what we all want it to be.
I haven't done anything like this.
It's increased the confidence that I've had in myself.
Everything is better. I mean, every single aspect of my life. My income, the progress is just amazing. Like, you can see changes from week to week.
Introducing your last development program, Life Transformation for Success, the newest part of Roger Burnley's coaching series. In this 3-month online program, you will learn the mindset tools you need to dissolve the shame of your past, discover the gifts within you that make you important to the world, and get the confidence to rise above anything that stands between you and the life that you want.
Everything changed in my life. Everything. Every single thing.
It's time for you to reprogram your mind for success and become self-actualized. If you're ready to transform your life too, learn more at yourlastdevelopmentprogram.com today.